Welcome back to the Multiversus Yay or Nay series. We got ourselves a new character, one that we've never talked about before, and that would be none other than Pearl from Steven Universe. Do people want more Steven Universe characters, or are two enough for now? Let's find out. And as always, we'll go over, our moveset ideas, some character cosmetic ideas, some alternate costumes. You get the whole gist of it by now. So with that being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into some ideas for Pearl's possible moveset if she was playable in Multiverses. Move number one. This will use her spear. Yes, she is like a spear wielder, but there's more to the character than just that. So for example, let's give her a projectile to play with. And you're thinking, oh, it's a spear. You're probably gonna throw it or something. Well, she could do that, but wrong. That's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to do this one right here, where Pearl points her spear forward, and she does like this little energy blast. I don't even know what it was called from the show, but it's just a nice little projectile. Just fires out a couple shots, whatever it might be. It's not rapid succession, but it's just kind of like pow, pow, pow. It's just something. It's not slow, but it's kind of like medium paced. It would do decent damage for a projectile, but gives her something a little bit different. And I know we already got Banana Guard and we got Nubia. We don't need more spear wielders. And if that's the way you feel, totally fine. But I'm just saying there's many different ways you could go about making a character work, even if they already have their main weapon is something that's already represented in the game. It's just, how do you go about making them different with said weapon to make them unique enough? And well, this is at least a start, right? Nice little projectile. Move idea number two. Let's throw this one as her grounded neutral attack. Not neutral special, just neutral attack, But the move itself would just be her. So she kind of she's got like this little ballet sort of gimmick as well for her character, so you can kind of lean into some of them poses and whatever they do. I don't watch ballet, I have no clue, but for this move she does like this weird little, she strikes like this little pose, but then she kind of like spins in place, so it's almost like she kind of like kicks you. So I think this would work kind of well for a, again, grounded neutral attack. Maybe this could be like an air neutral attack as well, but I have something different for that coming up, next actually. But either way, she kind of, like you see, she just basically spins around and, can knock opponents away with this, with her legs or any of her other extremities, whatever you want to call it. It's just an idea for an attack, and I think, again, you can lean into spears as a part of her moveset, obviously, but you can also lean into another part of her character for other ideas and inspiration for her moveset, such as, the one we just demonstrated. Move idea number three. This one I have is a neutral air attack, but this is where Pearl actually takes out a second spear and she just twirls them, one in both hands, so on each side of her, to the left and to the right. So I figured this could kind of work as a neutral air. Maybe this could work as a neutral grounded attack as well. Swap this one with the last one if you want to, but just spins the spears. That way connects anybody that's in front of her or even behind her. I think this would cover a pretty good, it'd have a pretty big hitbox, so, catching opponents there would be pretty fun. So, I thought this just kind of felt perfect. And then move number four idea here. Maybe this is like her grounded side attack, and she does this 2 or 3 times, whatever. This could be her jab combo potentially, but she just takes the spear and she kind of like swipes it downwards, like 12 to 6 motion, on a clock, just up. Starts up and swings straight downwards, but like out in front of her to kind of catch the opponent. And, follow it up with something else. She can swipe it up, down, and then maybe jab it forward, something like that. It is a spear. It is a little limited in what you could do with it compared to what some of the other characters that do have spears already use on the roster, so you're gonna get something like this. If Pearl were to be a playable character, odds are you get some type of attack like this. This could be, again, like I said, her grounded side attack, or it even could be maybe a potential forward air as well. So, just a couple ideas there for some attacks for Pearl. All right, moving over to the alternate costume idea portion for Pearl. There's a few different ideas, some that I left off, but 3 that I do have. I don't even know what to officially call this one. I called this one the Cracked-Eyed Pearl. It's, I think this one was like the I don't want to give away any spoilers in case anyone hasn't seen this in the show. So we'll just call it the Cracked Pearl, if you want to go with that. You see what the outfit looks like. So this is one idea. Maybe this is like a rare epic variety. I don't think this is not legendary. At least not to me. This does not scream legendary, but a rare or an epic possibly would be pretty cool. Alternate costume idea number 2. You could give her attire that she has in Steven Universe, the Future show, right? That only had like what, 1 season, right? Yeah, I think so. But either way, this one right here, she just kind of has like a different jacket on. It's not, this one's not that crazy. Maybe this is like an uncommon, a rare at the absolute best. Maybe this is like one of the default ones that if she becomes a playable character, this is like the first costume that comes with her in the game or something. A little simple, but again, there's nothing wrong with alternate costumes that are a little bit different. It's okay. You know, you gotta pull from what you can here. So that's an idea. And then of course, alternate costume idea number 3, Pearl in a tux. How do I give, no spoilers? No, we'll just Pearl in a tux. What's wrong with the tux? Anybody can wear a tux. Everything works. Steven's already got a tux in the game. Bugs has a tux in the game. I'm sure there might be some other characters that already have tuxedos in the game, and I'm just drawing a blank, but you know, tuxedos as alternate costumes, they just work, so why can't Pearl have one? Now let's move over to some taunt ideas, if you will. So up first, taunt idea number 1. Multiversus has been kind of getting into the musical instruments, and well, Pearl, she did play the violin, so we could give her musical instrument if we really wanted to, right? There's an idea. I think people could buy that and play an instrument, so it's an idea. That's all these are. These are just ideas. Maybe they're good, maybe they're bad, I don't know. But I think it's decent enough to at least warrant a suggestion. And then taunt idea number 2. This one is from early on in the show, but this is in Pearl's room. But she has like her collection of like swords or whatever. I think they're collection of swords, but they kind of like raise up from the ground, and then she kind of like slightly adjusts one of them. This does give me like similar vibes to Agent Smith with the spoons. It's kind of the same sort of idea in a way for that taunt, but something simple. And now for some character cosmetic ideas or player profile icons. Why not start off with Bismuth? Why not? Got to get her involved in there, right? She's kind of got a big story to tell. I won't tell it in case somebody wants or doesn't want spoilers, I should say. But Bismuth, nonetheless, she could be pretty fun. There you go. Just represent her. Another idea for a player profile icon. This one has to do with Pearl directly, but it's when Pearl builds that weird rocket ship when she's kind of going off against... maybe it wasn't a rocket. No, it was a rocket ship, wasn't it? But when she's kind of going off and trying to battle and out-compete Peridot. So I just took it from that one episode. I thought it'd be kind of fun and an interesting reference. Maybe not. I don't know. But just a couple ideas. But either way, that is our little concept for Pearl. So yay or nay time now. And for me, this is kind of difficult because I actually became a kind of a big Steven Universe fan. I never watched it until just this past summer. I like binged the entirety of the series and the movie. So while I enjoyed it, I don't think Pearl would be too high up for me, and it's not even has to do with her being a spear wielder. I'd welcome it, honestly, but just as in terms of characters that I want to see, she's just not quite up there. It would be cool to see the crystal gems all united in Multiverses. Of course, you'd need Amethyst as well, but, you know, I think it'd be really cool. But for me, it's going to be a nay. She's just not quite high enough up there where I'd be like, yeah, I really do want to see this character playable. So that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. We should be back again next weekend, and there should be the updated yay or nay stats as well. So if you're looking forward to that, that should be next weekend. Either way, that is it for this one. Hope you enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.